All right, today we're going to be learning more about Latin America because remember, we really want to know the countries and the people and the cultures that make up Latin America so that we can love them better with the love of Christ. So, Latin America, what is Latin America? Latin America is this group of countries that you see here on the screen. But there are some things that help define what Latin America is more than just the countries. Okay, so we need to talk about some terms. So I hope you have your social studies book out and handy. At the top of your social studies book page, I want you to title it Latin America. All right, go ahead and Latin America. In Latin America, we have Latin America is located right below North America. All right. Latin America is right below North America. So if you see at the top of this map up here, you can see this little bit of green hanging down. That's Florida. And down here in Mexico is Texas. Okay. And they're just starting to touch Latin America. They're really close, but they are part of North America. The United States is part of North America and Canada is part of North America. Okay? But Latin America is separate. Now, there's some things that separate Latin America besides just borders. One of those things that helps distinguish and separate Latin America from North America is the language. Now, sometimes North America is also referred to as Anglo America. So, in your notebook, I would like you to write down Anglo America. Anglo America. And you spell Anglo Anglo. Anglo. And then America. 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 All right? Anglo America. Now, think about it. Can you think what the word Anglo might refer to? It's kind of a strange word that we don't use too often. So if you don't know it, that's okay. But Anglo America means English speaking. It's referring to the English speaking part of the Americas. Okay, so Canada, most of Canada, some of Canada speaks French, but most of Canada speaks English. Most of North America speaks English. So Anglo America is defined by being an English speaking area. Now we have Latin America in the southern part, right? Under North America. And Latin America is also distinguished by a language, and that is Latin. Okay, so write Latin America underneath where you wrote Anglo America, right? Latin America, and you can put Latin as the language. Now, do most people here in Bolivia speak the language Latin? No, we don't. What about in Brazil or Peru or Mexico? No, most of those people do not speak Latin because Latin is what we call um, an antique language. Okay, it's not really used anymore. Some people study it because they have a passion to learn it, but it's not a spoken language. It's an old language, but it's where Spanish comes from and Italian and some other languages. So our roots are of Latin origin. So we call this southern part of the Americas, we call Latin America. So that includes all of those countries that you see up here on this map. Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Venezuela. Okay, all of these countries are part of Latin America, not because they speak Latin, but because their root language in the major part of this area is of Latin origin. Now, most people in Latin America speak what language? Spanish, right? Spanish. And some French. Okay, so you can put onto the side Spanish and French. You can kind of just add that in your notes. Okay, so next to Latin, put a little parentheses and put Spanish, and then there's some French. Now, that is what makes that's one distinguishing factor of Latin America. There are other things that set Latin America apart, but it's important for you to know today that North America, English speaking America, is often referred to as Anglo America, and America and Middle America and Mexico and the Caribbean are part of Latin America with a Latin-based word or language. Sorry about that. All right, so let's go on. Let me flip my book and my notes over here. All right. So we have two North American countries, right? We have United States and we have Canada. And you're going to look at some of the countries that make up Latin America. I hope you're taking a good look at the map there. You're going to be reading in your book today 20 and 21 in your book. Latin America can be divided into four main regions, and we want to talk about those regions a little bit right now. Okay, we have Mexico right here at the top of the map. Okay, that's one region. It's one country, but it's also one region. Then there's Central America. That's all these little tiny countries here in the middle that go from the very bottom of Mexico down all the way until we hit South America. That is called Central America. All right. And then we have the West Indies, which are all these islands over here. Okay. The Bahamas, Cuba, Dominican Republic. Those make up the West Indies. Okay, and some people like to call that the Caribbean because it's part of the Caribbean Sea, but we're going to call it the West Indies. Okay, so in your notebook, I want you to add that there are four regions of Latin America. So write 4 regions of Latin America. We have Mexico, Central America, West Indies, and then South America. And that's this big area down here at the bottom where we live in Bolivia. Okay, but all these countries in this part of the map make up South America. Okay, let's review it one more time. Mexico, Central America, West Indies, and South America. Okay, you're going to need to know that later on today. So make sure you understand where those 4 sections of Latin America are. Okay, all the islands that are between North and South America form the West Indies, which is also called the Caribbean Islands. So sometimes you're going to hear Caribbean Islands and sometimes West Indies, but they refer to the same place. Okay, good. Now, let me turn the page again here. All right, I think we got everything we need to cover today. So what I would like you to do now is you're going to play a game in quizzes. Okay, it doesn't count as a quiz. It's going to be like a game, an activity, because I want you to play up to 3 times. So you can play once and see how you do. Okay, then you can play a second time and try to beat your own record. Then if you want to, like if you haven't got it perfect yet, you can play a third time. Okay, so you have 3 chances to get the best score you can after you finish your reading today. Okay, and it's a map quiz. It's helping you remember where these countries are located on the map. So I'm not grading it like a test, even though it's in quizzes, okay? It's not a quiz, it's an activity. And I want you to do your very best, so I want you to try 3 times, okay? Unless you get perfect the first time. If you get perfect the first time, you're done. If you get perfect the second time, then you're done. When you get to your third time, you're done, whether you got perfect or not. But I'm going to give you 3 chances to try to beat your own score, okay? You want to try your very best because the idea is that the more we do this quiz, the more we practice, the better you're going to get at knowing these countries on a map, okay? So that's your activity today. So make sure in your notebook you noted down what Anglo-America is, what Latin America is, and then the 4 regions that make up Latin America. That's what you should have in your notebook. If you did not catch those, you can go back and watch this video again, or you can look in your book because it's also there, okay? There's a cool map in your book on page 22 that shows you those divisions of Latin America really nice and clearly. All right, that's all I have for you today. I will see you later.